Hi guys, my name is Rihanna. Welcome back to my channel.
Flexing ain't discreet about it. Extra read about it. Say you wanna beef about it. We gon' come and see about it. Flexing ain't discreet about it.
Welcome back. We're here again. We're doing this again. So I'm out here to record today. If I'm being fair, based on how trash this week has been dirty. Absolutely dirty. Productivity, what is there? What is there? What is productivity? Because each time when you enter into a new week, you do hope, or if you pray, you do pray that you have a productive week. But when the week's coming now, no productivity is taking place. I'm feeling bare tired. And for the past weeks, I've been waking up at a decent time. I've been waking up at 8, 9, sometimes 7, and that gives me more hours in the day. However, this week, my body wants to be what? Waking up at 10:30. Waking up at 11 o'clock, falling asleep or taking a nap in the evening, staying up until 4:30, fall asleep, waking up every maybe 10-15 minutes, up at 6 till 7, and I'm just feeling mad tired. And I don't know if it's because of this weather. It's been wet for the whole week, and I do believe that that does take impact on your body, on your productivity and whatnot. So the reason why I'm here today, and if I'm gonna keep it 100, I really didn't want to film today or film period this week, but if I don't, guess who's not gonna have a video for next week? Me. I'm not gonna have a video for next week, so I'm out here recording. I may do another video after this. So if you catch me in the same fit, mind your own business. We out here trying to kill two birds with one stone. So the reason why I've come through today, I guess it's for a level of transparency for myself, but if you man can relate, all the better. So I just want to talk about the life of a creative, yeah? And what it entails and what's the reality, or how do we feel right now? Of course, in education, you've got your academic, your smart people, your intelligent people, and then you have, I'm not saying that we're not smart, but then you have your creative people. Those people who have ideas, they know how to do things that are visually appealing. And that's not to say that the people that are academic don't have a creative side to them, they do, but you have those people that are in the arts, music, film, etc. And those sort of people, we already chose this life. We've already chosen this life. Because for me, I wouldn't say that I'm a dunce, but academics wasn't really for me. And I definitely have flashbacks to when I was in year 2 and we were doing maybe practice SATs or whatever. Received my paper back. Your girl got 0. Your girl got 0. I didn't get one question right. I did not get one question right. So yeah, academics has never been my thing. Being taught maths as a child, I used to cry. You can guess how my relationship is with maths now. If I cried about it, clearly I'm not good at maths. So yeah, I just felt that the creative side of things was always going to be my calling. Furthermore, the ones when you're traveling, you see all these businessmen and women during the rush hour in the morning, out here going to work. All of them just look depressed to me. All of them look depressed. All of them look sad. They're out here obviously having to do their 9 to 5. And that could be just British people in general because they're just moody as anything. But that just didn't really sit well with me. And I never really thought to myself, you know what? I want to do that 9 to 5 life. I don't want to do that 9 to 5 life. That lifestyle is not for me. So I made that pledge to myself, 9 to 5 and Rihanna in the same sentence. You won't find it. You will not find it. So yeah, I just want to quickly talk about how it feels to be starting up as a creative. I'm going to only talk from my account because I can only speak for myself. But in terms of where I'm at right now, I feel like there is a disconnect between who I am now and how I was, say, in uni. So when I started off in my foundation and my first year and second year, when I say I was the grind machine, I was doing uni, part-time job, then I would be doing an internship. So for instance, let me just give you a rough example. In my first year of uni, I guess end of first year, I was doing my part-time job. Obviously I was studying in uni, and then I was doing freelance as a studio assistant at ASOS, yeah? So that was me. And then I moved on to doing an internship here and there. I then moved on to assistant stylists and for editorials and commercial brands and stuff like that. So I was doing a lot. And me and sleep, yo, I was so sleep deprived, yeah. You will catch me taking naps at uni, because me and sleep, we were not brethren. We weren't shaking hands, we weren't spudding or anything. Like, sleep deprivation, me. And they say that Pisces love to sleep, so it's either I just force myself not to sleep or I just can't relate to that. So yes, sleep deprivation was my life. Grinding hard, grinding all day, every day. Can't see you because I'm busy. I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And yeah, that kind of lifestyle kind of ruined some things here and there, but for the most part, I was getting what I needed to get. I was building up my CV, which then made it more easier to get myself in other positions or to reach out to people and all of that. So yeah, that was me then. Me now, more times it's like I have my goals that I set out to achieve, but then there's this ounce of pressure that I have in myself, or you know, you just come to the realization that the creative lifestyle has its disadvantages, and finance is definitely one of them. Because if I want to achieve whatever I set myself out to achieve, just know that peas are not going to be coming my way. It's going to be a slow burner. You can end up doing something as like a source of income, but it's just to fund the dream rather than an actual job that's in relation to what you want to do. So what I'm trying to say is that when it comes to the creative industry, it all depends. Because if you want to do marketing and PR, you're calm. You just need to go and get your foot in the door as an intern or something like that and work your way up to that position. However, if you want to be more of a filmmaker, photographer, stylist, all of those things, even graphic designer, I'm pretty sure you guys, even though it will be quite difficult, but I'm pretty sure you guys can get yourself somewhere where you can actually get into it. But yeah, for those three things, so like videography, photography, styling, that's a climbing the ladder thing. And if you aren't known, or if you're not in the know, if you don't know the right people, then ain't nothing gonna happen to you. It's really just gonna be a struggle each time to do so. And then from a financial standpoint, it's not pretty. It's not pretty at all, because, for instance, let me just break it down. If I want to do photography, if I want to gain more experience in photography, it's probably going to take some time, because like, I'm not going to say that I'm the best. I still have a lot to learn, don't get me wrong. I've still got a lot to learn. But then at the same time, when I do start to make connects and, you know, make contacts, the money's still not going to be there. So I'm going to have to do some other job to, you know, help me hold myself up whilst I fund the dream. And then for another example is that there's a medium format camera that I want to purchase as well. It's the Mamiya RB67. I had a dream about it last night. It's the Mamiya RB67 that I want to get. And the price varies because obviously it's a film camera, it's old. So more times I am looking on eBay, so it's gonna have to either be a bidding thing or buy now. But yeah, it's just thinking about the finances that needs to go towards that. I'm just deep in how poor I've become with my finances, because I never used to be like that when I had no job and when I was a child. So for instance, when I was saving up for a Nintendo DS, I saved up the money for the Nintendo DS, and that's because I was not spending any money that I received. And you know, I was slowly saving up, getting pocket money and stuff like that until I got my DS. But nowadays, I don't know if it's because like I'm aware that I get paid every so often, therefore I'm going to spend it on things that's not going to fund me towards my dream. Why am I buying these things, please? Why am I buying these things? So it works like that, especially when you actually think about how much money you're spending. You're already having to spend a lot of money to travel. So I can't really speak on people that's having to pay rent. You guys are in another league, and I commend your hard work. But for me, who's not even paying rent, I shouldn't be feeling so broke, you know? So the money that goes into travel, and then say if you're out at work, the money that I'm putting towards food, horrible. Like the money that I'm spending towards food, that same money could be saved by me bringing in food from home. because it became a thing where if I wanted to have lunch more times, I was no longer getting the meal deal. I was no longer getting a meal deal from Sainsbury's or Tesco's. If I want something to eat, I'm going to Marks and Spencer's. Do you know how expensive Marks and Spencer's is? And I'm spending in Marks and Spencer's like I've got Marks and Spencer's money. I'm not even buying like one item or two items from Marks and Spencer's. Even 2 items is expensive because normally I could be getting, don't judge me. So I'd be getting wasabi from M&S. Yes, I know I should be buying it from actual wasabi because it's not the same thing. I know. But wasabi from M&S, and then I would get their juices that aren't even cheap because you got a bottle like this, yay high. It's like £1 something. So if I'm buying their larger bottles of juice, because I like their Press Prink Lady apple juice, and before that I used to like their mango and pineapple and something, which is full of sugar anyways, but yeah, I would buy that, and that's like £2 something. And then I've got the cheek and nerve to go and maybe to the bakery section and go and get like a muffin, a Victoria Sponge muffin, yeah. And then I've even got the nerve to then go to Boots and buy Lindor chocolate. And I used to buy 1 chocolate, but then I upgraded to 2 chocolate, because then I'll have my Kit Kat, just normal Kit Kat, and a Lindor chocolate. So I'd have a Kit Kat for lunch, and then the Lindor chocolate is for after work. So you can actually imagine how much money that's going into stuff like that. And then times when I'm active and I'm having to book Bolt, Uber, cash loss is flying out of my pockets. Money's just flying out of my pockets. And if I want to buy a medium format camera and I'm spending all this money on things that aren't important, the things that I don't need, and I'm losing money like that, I'm never going to get the camera. And that's on period. Like, that's on God. Like, I'm not going to get the camera if I'm spending so foolishly like that. So yeah, I kind of went off on a tangent, but the point that I'm making is that as a creative, you need to be thinking about your streams of income. If you're not going to be doing PR, if you're not going to be doing marketing, if you're going to be doing photography, styling, all of those things, how are you going to source your money? Where are you going to work? And that's the next thing. Where am I going to work? You know, am I going to do full-time hours? I know I said I want to do 9 to 5, but you need to make money somehow, right? The dream is not to do 9 to 5, but with the reality, I may have to do 9 to 5. But am I gonna do a 9 to 5, which is gonna give me more financial stability? However, the downside is that I'm not gonna have the flexibility within my week to do creative stuff. That would be mainly towards the weekend, unless I somehow do stuff in the evening. But as a photographer, you don't really want to be shooting stuff at night unless you're choosing to shoot at night. You're gonna want to shoot during the day. Or am I gonna do a part-time job that gives me the flexibility to, you know, go for my dreams, go for my goals, but then it's a part-time job? And sometimes you don't want to do it where you don't want to do it, but sometimes it's somewhere where you don't want to do it. That is where, like, as a creative, things become a bit more hazy, a bit more difficult. And another thing is finding a job, period. There's people out here that are struggling to find a job, that still don't have a job in their particular field because we chose this lifestyle. Whereas I'm not saying that the people that have chosen academic courses have it easy, but if you've done your academic course, you kind of do have that frame where you're able to then go and secure a job in your chosen field. Whereas in the creative industry, is more times you're going to be interning for diddly squid. You know, you're going to be interning and being paid your expenses at least. If they at least pay your expenses, that's one positive. But more times we do need income. We do need a source of income. And most of the things, yes, you do have to be doing it for free. If you're starting out, like when I started out as an assistant stylist, I was more than happy to receive experience rather than to receive a form of income. You know what I mean? As long as I was getting the experience, that's all I cared about. I didn't want, because I know like more people care if it's paid, and I don't blame you. You should care if it's paid. You guys need to make peas. You guys need to pay for your bills. You guys need to pay for your rent. So I can't even blame these people for questioning whether it is paid or not. But for me, who was part-timing and I live at home, you know, I was getting some form of income, so I couldn't really pressurize them like that. and I do respect the experience more. That being said, it does get to a point where you're gonna have to be like, yeah, I'm gonna need to receive some form of income from this, because this is not going to run for eternity. Because sometimes you could get exploited where they're literally just using you, using your skills, using your hands, using your talent, and they ain't paying you nothing, not even your expenses, not even food, not even paying you that. So that's where it gets peak. That's where it gets peak. You know, for other creatives, there is the risk of having your ideas stolen by big brands and receiving little to no recognition for your hard work. They see what you're doing and then they're gonna steal it and promote it like they came up with the idea. You better run them their piece and give them the recognition that they need, or at least collaborate with them or bring them in on, you know, taking their idea. You don't just take ideas and try and sell it as your own. That's bad mind. And then another thing with being a creative is just like, obviously, sometimes you may go through uni knowing who you are and knowing what you want to do, but then other times you could leave uni and then you're kind of confused. Like, so I tried these things out, but it's not really for me. So then what is for me? What is my calling? What is my purpose? And that's where things get difficult as well, because current climate is difficult as is with everything that's been going on in 2020. And if you don't know what you want to do career-wise, you're going to feel low. You're going to feel depressed. You're going to feel lost and confused. And that's not a beautiful feeling to feel. But yes, just to summarize, being a creative has its perks. You know, you have a sense of creative freedom. You get to express yourself in the way that you want to express yourself. You can use your creative platform to create the voice that you want to create. You know, there's no restrictions. There's no restrictions to your creativity, and that's beautiful. But the downside is that finances and making peas is gonna be hard. If you haven't patterned your finances as is, it's gonna be sticky. And that's my case. Like, my finances is not there. So God willing, I will pattern up my finances and buy this medium format camera and get my ball rolling. So yeah, it's all about financing as well as making that decision on whether you want to take up the 9-to-5 life, if that's part of your dream, or do you want to take the journey of grinding in order to achieve what you want to achieve. So those are the main things. And yeah, I will say that coming to the realization of how bad I am right now with my saving kind of put a dampener on my mood, on how I'm feeling, how I'm thinking, and so on and so forth. So even though I'm not coming on camera saying that I've improved, I'm not saying that I've like found the way out, but I am making those conscious steps. I did already state that I'm gonna have to be as transparent as possible, you know, when the times are going and it's good, I'm gonna be on here. If things aren't really working out so much, I'm gonna be on here. So that's why I've just come on here just to express myself. So hopefully what I've said kind of sheds some light on what it feels like to be a creative. We're journeying to success. We are journeying to success, and it's not a straight path. It's gonna be doing all of this, and that's what happens. That's what happens. So, you know, with time, I shall make ends meet. With time, I shall, you know, I just pray that I get my stuff patterned, you know. But yeah, I'm just gonna be making small baby steps. You guys are obviously gonna be on the journey with me. Come on, can't be selfish. Cannot be making these moves and not bringing you man in. Can't be doing them things. But yes, guys, I do hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Yes, guys, I shall see you again next time.